white cartoon pictures. Now there was a woman that Betty Boop is actually, there was a real life, let's see what this looks, you see, this was a sort of a dark-skinned lady, but very pretty, right? And she was like,
yeah, I see her. Yeah,
that's the real Betty Boop there.
mm-hmm.
The real Betty Boop was whitewashed out of history. Okay, just 1930s, 40s, right? But there's something that you would notice about Betty Boop if you look at the cartoon images. Like, take this one for instance. Oh yeah, here we go. You see, most people's eyelashes are only over the top of the eyes. You see what I mean?
Yes.
Betty Boop's
You got your little black square. That little square is in the way. Can you move that? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I can't really get rid of that. That's.
I always just make it all go all the way. Just let the top stick out.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Now it's out of the way.
Yeah, so here's Betty Boop, but she's got eyelashes from the tops and the bottoms and the sides.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's what's different about Betty Boop.
Mm-hmm. I see that. I never noticed it before.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good picture. This is like Monroe with her dress.
Yeah.
Right. You remember that?
Of course.
Let's see.
Some like it hot.
Shows eyelashes, right? Yeah, there's Betty Boop with her eyelashes. Go all the way around her eyes.
Yeah.
Big, right? I mean, she's not like a Neanderthal or anything like that. Far from it, right? But those are big eyes. And I've also got something that I want to talk to you about, which is called, get back to Google here, Wandjina.
Aren't we going to stay on the Betty Boop?
Yes and no.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll just let you go with wherever you want to go. I won't make you turn left.
Okay, Betty Boop is related to these.
Oh, I see. There's a point.
Yeah, I'm not just playing games with you.
Okay.
Okay, this is a very kind of a common petroglyph theme in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
The outback, right? And here you get
the Lightning Brothers.
I'm sorry?
The Lightning Brothers.
Yeah, well, you see, most people assume this is a human face, right? Mm-hmm. There's only one human face that there's ever been that had eyelashes going all the way around tops, bottoms, and sides. So who might that be?
Betty Boop.
Yeah.
I get it.
Okay. And you also have like Wandjina images which show like spike proteins. This is before the COVID age, right?
Mm-hmm.
Age of anything like that, but like spike proteins going all the way around. Do you see what I mean?
Yes.
Not only have the eyelashes going all the way around the eyes, they've got, something entirely similar to eyelashes going around the heads, okay?
Mm-hmm, I see that.
And, I could only include about 3 of these pictures in the book right now. Let me see, what do I have here that looks like a book? Here I've got Betty Boop. I see in the book where it talks about, down at the bottom of the thing that talks about illustrations, it talks about Jupiter in past ages, okay?
Okay.
And you've got the question of Wandjina, and you've got the one person on Earth that the Wandjina could represent if they're supposed to represent a human that there's ever been, right, which is Betty.
I get it.
And then you've got the question of sunspots or star spots, if you're talking about dwarf stars like Jupiter and Saturn used to be.
Right.
And this is the kind of electrical stuff This is the kind of electrical tufting that you get around sunspots, right? Now you notice sunspots are black, right? And that tells you something also. See, it's like if a star actually was a thermonuclear engine,
Yep.
then sunspots would be blue or white. I mean, they would be hotter than the exterior. You know, what you're seeing here is that, you know, you're seeing past the surface of the star. You're seeing into the interior of the star. And what you're seeing is that the interior of the star is substantially cooler than the surface, right? And you've got, you know, an area where the electrical activity breaks down, and and you've got like star spots, right? You've got electrical tufting. Now, this is what I believe, and this isn't my own work here. It's like, this is, you know, I get people sending me things, right? And some of the people who send me things are brighter than I am. This is one of those cases, right? And this person wants to remain anonymous. We're going to refer to him as Mr. X, right? But Mr. X has noticed that, like, you know, the other thing that these Wandjina eyelashes could really be is electrostatic tufting. You know, tufting like you would get around a star spot. Okay.
Yeah.
And the question.
I think I know who it is. I won't say.
Yeah. Okay. The question that comes up is Jupiter, right? It's like, if you had another one of these pictures here. See, we don't really have much in the way of pictures of Jupiter like from 4,000, 5,000 years ago. We've got these neat pictures that the Thunderbolts group have produced where you have Saturn showing up as the Shamash glyph, right?
Yes.
You have the outer rim of Saturn, and then you've got this blue body, which I believe had to have been Neptune. And then you've got Mars, right, which is red. You're not going to see anything like that on Saturn, right? You know, the body of Saturn is mainly occulted by Neptune, by the blue body, and then by Mars, right? So if this were Saturn, then you wouldn't see it right now. If I don't really picture Neptune or Uranus having been dwarf stars, so I don't have an easy time picturing these pictures of the Wandjina being Neptune or Uranus. But Jupiter, you see, we don't have much in the way of pictures of Jupiter or anything, you know, anything like a Jupiter version of the Shamash glyph. And if Jupiter was easily visible from Australia, see, we've got like a very short sort of a Jovian age, right? You've got the golden age, right, which is an age in which, you know, the final age in which the Earth was still aligned with Saturn. And then you've got the flood, and then you've got this brief age in which the Earth had been passed off to Jupiter. But we don't have anything really in the way of pictures of that, right? And I believe that this is the missing picture.
Okay.
Let me try to go to the other browser here. And why not have, these are pictures of star spots, right? And when you start looking at star spots for dwarf stars, oh man, that's my cell phone telling me that get ready for the meeting. I could.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
You want to do it again?
Oh, no, it's fine.
Okay.
We're aware. There's a Wandjina, right? You can see some of the pictures. Somewhere I had a picture of rolled away. Star spots, dwarf star spots. Let me see if I can.
Yeah. Should put dwarf first, maybe.
Dwarf star.
There it is, right on the top.
Yeah. When you look at, the star spots that you get on dwarf stars, some of them are relatively big. Okay?
Yeah,
I mean, it wouldn't be hard to look at this picture and think you were seeing two eyes. If you
right.
had a close version of it, which showed the eyelashes, which showed the tufting, then you might have your picture of Jupiter from the Jovian age, right? And if this picture was easily visible from Australia, then you would probably have to assume that the people in Greece and Rome may have never really had that good a look at it. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Okay, in other words, you've got a lot of mythology, you've got a lot of written traditions, you've got a lot of, literature, but you don't have much in the way of images coming from this Jovian age, which is the age between the flood and the Trojan War, more or less, right?
Right.
And I'm thinking that this is the nature of the story here that you have as far as Jupiter goes. You understand what I'm saying, right? It's like you've got like a whole world of images that you could pick from. You could probably come up with something a bit better than that.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
okay. I understand what you're saying.
it's like I believe that Wandjina represents Jupiter, and that the eyelashes that you see are the electrical tufting that you get from star spots. And all it would take is a dwarf star with two of these star spots that were halfway big like this, which showed the tufting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's your missing Jupiter equivalent of something like that Shamash glyph.
Mm-hmm.
There it is, right?
Right.
It's astonishing that they have cameras now and computers which are good enough to give us these pictures of dwarf stars anywhere close to us.
Yes, no doubt. Those are real pictures and not artist renderings?
Yeah, as far as I know, these are real pictures, right?
Okay.
And size of red dwarf stars, right? And here you've got you've got mostly star spots, right? In other words, you've only got like a few places on the surface where it lights up,
Mm-hmm.
Substellar object, right? Well,
Yeah.
rare eclipsing brown dwarf.
Stay up.
At any rate,
Now that looks like an artist rendering.
yeah, that looks sort of like Jupiter, right? I mean, like I said, it wouldn't
Yep.
take much,
No,
but
no. And Jupiter, I think Jupiter, Saturn, and the Sun, they're the middle on all three bodies rotates faster than the poles.
right. Still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, I don't really mean to go to Facebook here.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, you're right. It was fast. That'd be a good fast video.
Okay, but I mean, that's I think it's interesting.
Yeah.